A YouTuber walks into one of the quietest train stations in the city, a place surrounded by rumors, disappearances, and death. She calls herself a horror creator, chasing her next viral story. If you have a weak heart, leave now. That's her slogan, as she hands over her card. The station manager looks at her, unimpressed. He's seen people like her before, people who come here, hoping to profit off tragedy. She asks him about the rumors, the strange things happening at this station. But his answer is simple: you should leave. At first, he refuses to say anything, until she offers him something expensive, a rare bottle of Korean liquor. He pauses, then finally, he begins to speak. There are stories tied to this station, stories people don't talk about. The first one is about a young man. A train suddenly comes to an emergency stop. A young man is thrown forward, slamming his head hard against the metal. The passengers around him help him to his feet. Still dazed, still confused, he quietly takes a seat. But when he looks up, he sees something no one else does. A woman standing by the door, repeatedly smashing her head against it. No one reacts. No one even looks at her. It's like she doesn't exist. Later, at a convenience store, the young man buys a drink and cigarettes. He's irritated, unfocused, snapping at the cashier for no reason. And then he blinks, and suddenly he's back on the train. Same seat, same silence, and the same woman, still banging her head against the door. But this time, she hits harder. An old man nearby finally notices and quietly walks away. Something feels wrong, so the young man follows him. As he walks, his phone vibrates. A news alert. A young woman has just committed suicide at this station. And when he looks at the photo, his blood runs cold. It's her, the same woman, standing in the train right now. Then suddenly, he begins slamming his own head against the train. And in the reflection of the door, the woman appears behind him, doing the same thing, endlessly. Then suddenly, the lights go out. The train falls into complete darkness. And in the silence, the sound continues. The woman keeps smashing her head against the glass, harder and harder, until the window shatters. Then it stops and smiles because her body is still coming. He gasps and wakes up, back in his seat, drenched in sweat, breathing heavily. It was just a dream, or so he thinks. As the train arrives at the station, he rushes out, desperate to get away. But when he looks ahead, he sees it. Yellow tape, blocking off part of the station. The exact place where the woman from the news took her own life. And then he hears it again, slowly, her head against the wall. She stops, and in the next instant, she's right next to him. The security cameras only captured one thing: his body being dragged into the restricted area. The case was ruled a suicide. The station manager slowly stands up. You got what you came for. Now leave and don't come back. The next day, she sits at work, staring at the news. Another suicide. Her video barely gets any views. Her subscribers keep dropping, while others around her are growing. One of her co-workers even mocks her, bragging about her own success, telling her horror content is dying. But that night, she goes back. She needs more. The manager already knows. He's seen her channel, seen the numbers. He asks her, why keep going when it's clearly failing? And without hesitation, she answers, because I'm the horror queen. He laughs, takes another drink. On a quiet train, a girl sits alone. Across from her, a woman. Her face is wrapped in bandages, bruised, swollen, barely human. Then suddenly, the train slams to a stop. And when the girl looks back, the bandaged woman is staring directly at her, expressionless. Uncomfortable, she moves to another carriage. There, she runs into an old friend. They talk, laugh, until his girlfriend arrives. And just like that, the moment is over. She leaves the train, but something feels wrong, like she's being followed. At Guanglim Station, the bandaged woman appears beside her and softly says, "Your nose is so pretty." She ignores it, but the woman repeats it, "Your nose is so pretty," again and again, this time smiling. In her hand, a small container filled with liquid. The girl backs away, trying to stay calm, but when she looks again, the woman is gone, only to appear hiding behind a pillar, watching, smiling. Then the footsteps begin, closing the distance. Every time she turns, the woman is closer. No one else can see her. And then she runs through the station, but to everyone else, she's running from nothing. She hides inside a bathroom stall and calls 911. She explains what's happening, but all she hears on the phone is a voice whispering, "Your nose is so pretty." And above her, an arm stretches over the stall, holding a container filled with acid. The door slowly opens, and something creeps in. It's the woman, smiling, but now she has no nose. She doesn't look impressed. No fear, no reaction. The station manager sighs. That's enough for today. The next day, she reviews the footage she took with Jin Woo, a coworker, for her next video. At first, everything looks normal, until he notices something. In the reflection of a vending machine, a figure, just standing there, watching. That night, she returns to the station manager, looking for answers. But instead, he changes the subject. Her views are going up, so he pours her a drink to celebrate. She downs it in one go and asks for more. There was once a man, a good man, a good life, a family, a job. But little by little, he lost everything. His job, his family, and then his self-control. Until he became just another homeless man, sleeping in the station. One night, security wakes him up and throws him out. Hungry, he goes to a store, but he can't afford anything. So he returns to the station, checking vending machines, looking for anything left behind, even loose change. That's when he finds it, a strange coin, red. Later, in the bathroom, he gets robbed. The man takes his last coins, leaving him with nothing. Angry, he sits at the station. He notices a drunk on the other side of the tracks. He calls out, but the man can't hear him. Instead, he walks to a vending machine, the red one. He inserts the coin and gets a drink, but when he opens it, it's empty. Frustrated, he throws it. Then suddenly, everything goes quiet. The drunk man he saw is gone. Only his clothes remain and 2 red coins. So he takes them, takes the man's clothes, his wallet, and his money. He buys himself some food, but before he knows it, he spent all of the money. So he goes back to the machine. Now the price has changed, 2 coins. When the man who robbed him returns, he points the can at him and opens it. At first, Nothing happens. Then, his leg disappears, then his arms, then his entire body. Gone. Moments later, he appears inside the machine, and on the ground, 3 red coins. Now he knows how it works, and now nothing can stop him. He starts using it on everyone, taking their money, their lives, as the price keeps increasing. Until one night, drunk, he returns and sees someone at the machine. It's him, smiling, laughing at him. He freezes. Then suddenly, he's inside the machine, trapped, begging for help. But something is already in there with him, and it devours him.